Hello, this is Eileen, the environmental educator. And in this video, we're going to talk about something pretty interesting that just happened in South Dakota. The skies turned green in a severe thunderstorm. And this was covered, South Dakota sky turns green. It was covered in a lot of places. If you search it, just about everybody seemed to cover it. That was the Hill. This is Strange Sounds, Citizens Free Press. They have some video here. They have some pictures here of what it looked like. This is the sky. It's just emerald green, as they call it. And it says that this isn't really uncommon, yet I've lived a while and I've never seen this. So this is uncommon for me. I know that. So look at that. This is what people in South Dakota were treated to the other day. And so this Hill article, it says it's a strange phenomenon. It came right before the area was hit by a derecho. No, it's actually derecho. And how do I know that? Because I looked it up. Derecho. And that's on the National Weather Service, which is backed up by NOAA. Derecho. So, yeah, right before it was hit by derecho, and we'll talk about that in a minute too. But it says reminiscent of the Wizard of Oz. Yeah, that's that's scary. Okay, so that was the sky above Sioux Falls, South Dakota, turned a bright shade of emerald green Tuesday night before severe weather barreled through the southeastern part of the state. They had a lot of rain, and it says derechos are massive thunderstorm bands that can travel hundreds of miles in a relatively straight line and can be just as destructive as a tornado, according to the National Weather Service. And Tuesday's night's derecho traveled almost 1,150 miles, impacting roughly half a dozen states: Nebraska, Illinois, Iowa, Minnesota, Montana, and South Dakota. Winds reached over 90 miles per hour. So in Huron and Agar, South Dakota. So yeah, that's tornado strength. It said they're relatively rare, but this is the second time South Dakota and its surrounding states have been hit with one this summer, which left about 30,000 people without power. So it says green skies are not an uncommon phenomenon during severe weather. Oh, not uncommon during severe weather. Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen it, but but the exact reason why it occurs is still unclear, according to AccuWeather. But they say that severe weather like thunderstorms tend to take place later in the day when the sun is closer to the horizon. As the sun's position in the sky drops lower, the spectrum of light changes from blue to red. When the light from under the thunder clouds, which appears blue due to water droplets, mixes with red sunlight, the resulting color is green. So, this one says its exact reason is unclear, but it did give that reason. This Strange Sounds article, it has some more pictures and some videos here. And yeah, look, it got a little crazy if you watch these videos. But it says here, thunderstorms tend to occur later in the day due to the sun's energy during the day helping them fuel. As we know, the sun appears more red later in the day as it approaches the horizon. Once the light underneath tall thunderclouds is introduced, the combination of red sunlight and blue light leads to green colors engulfing the sky. So that's why light underneath a tall a thundercloud appears blue due to scattering by water droplets, Longley said. We'll find out who he is. And when the blue light is illuminated by the red light from the setting sun, it appears green, which is why thunderstorms have that greenish hue to it. So that is interesting. And if you look further up in this article, it doesn't say who Longley is, but they do refer to a meteorologist. So I'm assuming that he's some type of she is some type of meteorologist. But yeah, there's no reference to a Longley above, but here's look, there's some of the hail, tennis-sized ball hail. That'll do some damage, and look at that! Wow, that'd definitely do some damage. These are some pictures from Facebook, so people just driving down the highway. Oh, look at that right there, the dividing line. So that's interesting. Just yeah, some green sky. So yeah, you don't see this every day, and right there. Citizen Free Press. Yeah, you really don't see that every day, but they got treated to it in South Carolina. I mean, South Dakota the other day. So treated. The storm came with it, but that's a phenomenon that I've never seen. And the Weather Service. It's interesting. It says that this is, associated with a band of rapidly moving showers or thunderstorms, and it really has to do with a straight swatch. And as a result, the term straight line wind damage sometimes is used to describe Derechos damage. And right here on NOAA, the word derecho, was coined in 1888 by Dr. Gustavus Hinrichs, a professor of physics at the University of Iowa. And he wanted to distinguish thunderstorm-induced straight-line winds from the damaging rotary winds of tornadoes. So, derecho is a Spanish word meaning right, direct, or straight ahead. And in contrast, the word tornado is thought to have been derived from the Spanish word tornar, which means to turn. So, yeah, these clouds were named to distinguish thunderstorms induced straight line winds. So from the damaging winds of tornadoes, even though derechos, as is said in these articles here and everywhere here, it says it can be as damaging as tornadoes. It can be very damaging. These can have winds. Oh, right here. It says, by definition, if wind damage swath extends more than 240 miles and includes wind gusts of at least 58 miles per hour or greater along most its length, then the event may be classified as a derecho. So yeah, it's a very powerful thing. Look at that. Look at the picture of that approaching. That definitely kind of looks doomsday-ish, and yeah, that's I don't know. That's not what I want to see when I'm walking out my door. Look at that, right down there, approaching your your little town. That just looks almighty and powerful. So down here, is it up here? Yeah, here's some more pictures. That's um that's what a derecho is, just a straight line storm, and it can bring about what South Dakota got treated to the other day, which is green skies. And yeah, I've never seen that, but that would have been somewhat of a treat, right? So long as you're in a safe spot and you can, go without electricity for a little whiles afterwards. I guess that's a treat. If I saw it, I'd be like, wow, man, that was cool. That's because I've never seen that. That's for sure. So the more you know, people, that little TSA by one of the networks out there, the more you know. And look at that. This right here could be what you look at on the face of the earth someday. And if you do, if you get to see it, it might be the only time. So soak it up and enjoy it. Stay tuned, people.